maybe then I go ahead and add in some transient designers, but not for now. So let's grab the toms here. Wait. Okay, let's grab this part. Very natural. And this is because the Metal Foundry tom-toms are not pre-mixed. This is a raw microphone signal recorded by Toontrack. I don't know how many microphones were involved in that, but they sound freaking rad already. And what I like on toms is, or what I don't like on toms is the whole area between 300 and 400 hertz. This is what you usually cut out on a metal mix because it sounds boxy. In a jazz mix, that's the main tom frequency, but not in a metal mix. So let's do something here. I'm gonna grab a band, for example this one, and I'm gonna make it pretty wide. So like, let's pull it down to 1.5 Q, and let's find a frequency where it starts to sound ugly. That's basically, you do that basically by sweeping through the tone here. And I expect the toms to sound pretty ugly and boxy, somewhere around 400 hertz. So let's do that. Here we got it. This frequency range right here, this is usually what I don't like about tom sounds. If it sounds so, it's like hitting a tom in the bathroom or under the shower maybe. So that is basically what I really don't like, and I cut out these frequencies pretty darn hard. So I'm gonna lower these. Oh yeah. Compare it. This is the original tone. It just sounds so way cleaner. If you hear that for the first time, it sounds awkward because it's a huge difference. But let's listen to it on the complete set and toggle this EQ plugin right here, so you can really hear the difference, what this does. So let's disable the solo here and grab a little bit wider part. Okay, now let's enable this. Oh, sorry, I disable it now. So now it's disabled, and I'm gonna enable it now. Disable. Enable. It just sounds better to me. It just sounds better to me. And I even want to emphasize that equalizer a little bit. And therefore, I'm going to add in a little bit of low frequency because the toms lacking a little bit of punch in the low end, in my opinion. So I'm just going to go ahead and see what I can do down here, like somewhere about 70 hertz. We don't want to mess with a kick drum at 60 hertz maybe, but I'm I'm gonna grab a really steep band here, and now I'm gonna pull this up to my liking. Solo this. Ah, yeah. Now we got that nice bottom end of the toms. I really like that. But since we pulled out quite a lot of the boxiness here, maybe we need to add in some high frequencies again to make it a little bit more transparent, because the toms are losing a little bit of transparency in the overall drum mix now. And where are toms usually located? The rack toms, somewhere about 2.4 kilohertz maybe. So let's try that out. And again, pretty narrow band with Q value of 1.2 maybe. And let's try out somewhere about 2 to 2.5 kilohertz. Let's sweep that a little bit around. It's this band here. So let's try. That sounds pretty neat in my opinion. Let's see what this EQ plugin does now. It's a huge change, but it sounds so much more refined. I really like it. If we solo only the kick, snare, and the toms now. That already sounds pretty darn good without the cymbals. It just fits together. If I didn't do that, the tom sound would not fit the snare and the kicks, which are, like I said, pre-mixed. No. That doesn't sound like the toms are coming from the same drum kit. No, it's just different. Much better there. Okay. And now, again, like the kick, the toms are lacking a little bit of sustain in my opinion. They're a little bit short. And maybe we can increase the attack of these toms a little bit. Way too much. So this 0.5 dB increase of the attack really cuts it. Without the transient designer, the tom-toms are just lacking a little bit of it doesn't cut through, you know. And just the increase of 0.5 dB on the attack side here really cuts it. This is much better. Now let's go for the sustain here. Like I said, I like that huge long tom sound. And let's see what we can do with the sustain on this tom channel here. Plop, plop, plop. Oh, wow. That sounds nice. So without. Pretty small toms. Now. Now we got the huge toms. Only with the Transient Designer. I like this plugin. You can do so much with it. You can adjust the sound so much. It's nice. I really like the Transient Designer in Superior Drummer. Okay, now let's see how that already sounds with the unmixed cymbals. Not bad at all with some music.